PPLS Madden 24, welcome back. Today is the day that the game drops. So as mentioned, I was gonna create a little fantasy draft tooltip guide type thing. Not giving away any like draft secrets or anything. The idea is that we just provide you all the tools that we can to be successful, and then after that, we can't really do much hand holding, and it's up to you to have accountability for your team and your experience in the league. Um, so, firstly, this is a picture from last year's fantasy draft. Expecting it to be similar or the exact same this year, and just breaking down exactly what it means. Obviously, the first round pick is 20 mil cap hit. So that's regardless if you have the first overall pick or pick number 32 in the first round, everyone has the same cap and the same cap hit. You'll notice rounds 3, 6, 14, and there's a few later on the contract length is 1 year. So, what does this mean? It means that whoever you draft in those rounds will be on a 1 year contract and you'll have to sign them to your team via franchise tag or just the standard cap structure, which is different this year in Madden. Haven't got to play with it, but I'm pretty sure you can structure contracts a little more in depth than previous Maddens. Also, what does this mean? So it's part strategy, right? So in the third round, if you draft, let's say Harrison Smith, really old guy, and he comes back next year for another season, I'm assuming you're not going to have to spend a lot of money to resign him because he's older. He's going to regress, and his cap hit will probably go down. But if you draft someone like, let's say, Bryce Young, and he's a star player, so you have him at 15 mil, and you win Rookie of the Year, he gets a superstar dev. It's very likely that his cap hit's going to go up because he's going to require more money, and you have the potential of losing him to free agency. Same goes for your 6th and 14th and so on. So prepare your strategy around that regression and progression, which we will be finalizing by Friday as well. For example, we can choose which positions we want to regress at what age. So running backs, for example, are likely to regress before they hit 30 years old. This is going to prevent everyone having a 99 overall running back by season 3 like in the past. Also, maybe pass rushers or QBs will start to regress in their 30s, so you can develop them a little longer than normal. And that's something, again, that we'll play with this week. So what does that mean for our PPLS offseason? So this year we will follow Madden's typical offseason with the free agency structure. But you'll notice here the bonus per year. We're not going to pay any attention to that because we will be clearing cap penalties so that we can still stimulate the trade market. So don't worry about your cap penalties. But please, if you need them cleared to come to the admin team, we're not going to be able to monitor that every day. Also, when you're signing a player in free agency, we will not be able to go over a $10 million signing bonus for each player, just so everyone has a fair shot at the bid. We don't need a $100 million signing bonus when we're just going to clear cap penalties anyway, so let's keep that in mind when we're doing our off-season bidding. And speaking of off-season, what does that mean for our old cash system that we used to do? Well, we're still going to have our cash system. That's still being put together, and typically everyone earned in the past up to around $500 cash or whatever, and we all start with a baseline of 100. Starting out, when you draft players with abilities, those abilities are yours. You can change them, but it's going to cost $10 cash to change an ability. The reason for this is strategy, and we are allowing multiples of abilities this year. So that's just to keep it a little more interesting. So if I draft Patrick Mahomes and I want to add Gunslinger to him, it's just going to cost me $10 cash. Um, this also means if you develop a player from star to superstar and now he gains abilities, you can choose to sit on those abilities until he earns other ones and then spend the $10 to change them, or however you like to do that. Keep in mind that players now will have more abilities than normal. So that $10 will add up pretty quickly, and we are still doing our off-season packages for cash. So, for example, the Vince Wilfork's barbecue that we've done in the past, it could be something similar to that. We could have off-season packages relating to cap and adding contract length or diminishing a cap hit or something that's still being in the works. But just keep that in mind as you're spending your cash, and we will put together a little guide on how to exactly earn cash and how much cash you can earn for each thing. Yeah, so we'll keep this where it's at. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM any of the admin team, and we will let you know the best we can. And we will get this all finalized by Friday when we get the rolling draft started. Good luck to you all.